Picture misty clouds hugging towering cliffs, temples glowing at sunset. Time seems to freeze, letting you feel stories that still whisper. Where a crimson monastery rises before you, majestic and still. Like a sea of blooming flowers. Are those curved roofs hiding ancient prayers, like lotus petals guarding secrets? Below villages unfold like a painting where time slows to the wind's rustle and evening smoke. It's so peaceful here. You wonder, is this where your heart finds calm? Dare to cross into myth and uncover the sacred mysteries glowing in this timeless valley. Taihang Mountains. The Taihang Mountains form a 250-mile natural wall between the North China Plain and the highlands of Shaanxi and Hebei provinces. Peaks rise sharply to over 90 feet. Villages built of local stone sit in narrow valleys and on cliff ledges. The range has served as a defensive barrier since ancient times. In the 1960s, local people hand-dug the 900-mile Red Flag Canal through the cliffs to bring water to dry farmland, a project still considered one of China's greatest modern engineering achievements. The dramatic scenery and historic villages make the Taihang a striking example of how people have lived with rugged land for thousands of years. Patala Palace. High above the city of Lhasa, at 12,139 feet, stands the Patala Palace, the traditional winter home of the Dalai Lamas and the symbol of Tibetan Buddhism. Construction began in 1645 under the 5th Dalai Lama. The building divides into two parts. The white lower section once housed government offices, while the red upper section contains chapels, shrines, and the tombs of 8 Dalai Lamas covered in gold and jewels. More than 10 rooms, steep stairways, and thick stone walls create one of the world's most impressive high-altitude structures. Legends whisper of secret tunnels and hidden chambers known only to a few monks. Some say sacred relics hold spiritual power deep within. Its art and history made it a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1994. Mount Tai. Mount Tai rises 569 feet in Shandong Province and has been China's most sacred mountain for over 30 years. "72 emperors climbed its stone steps to perform ceremonies that confirmed their right to rule. The first recorded visit was by Qin Shi Huang in 219 BC. path of more than 70 steps leads from Dai Temple at the base to the summit at Jade Emperor Peak. Along the route stand thousands of stone tablets with poems and records carved by emperors and scholars. In 1987, UNESCO named Mount Tai a World Heritage Site for its unique place in Chinese culture and history. Mount Emei. Mount Emei in Sichuan province reaches 167 feet and is one of China's 4 sacred Buddhist mountains. Buddhist temples first appeared here in the 1st century AD. Today, more than 70 temples and monasteries cover its slopes. The mountain is also the historic home of the Emei style of Chinese martial arts. At the golden summit stands the large Huazhang Temple. On clear days, visitors sometimes see a colorful ring of light around their shadow, a natural phenomenon called the Buddha's halo. Stories of monks gaining supernatural skills through intense training add to the mountain's mystique. The entire mountain was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site for its religious importance and natural beauty. Wudang Mountain. Wudang Mountain elevation, about 50 feet, is the historic center of Taoism in China. During the Ming Dynasty in the 1400s, Emperor Yongle ordered the construction of a large complex of temples and monasteries that still stand today. The most famous building is the Golden Hall, cast entirely in bronze without a single nail. Wudang is recognized as the birthplace of Tai Chi. Legends swirl around Zhang Sanfeng, a Taoist master who created Tai Chi after watching a crane and snake fight. Stories claim hermits here achieved immortality. Wudang blends philosophy, martial arts, and medicine shaping Taoist culture. The mountain's palace's gates and practice halls are built into the cliffs and connected by stone paths. In 1994, UNESCO listed the Wudang complex as a World Heritage Site for its outstanding Taoist architecture. Seda Monastery. In a high valley of the Tibetan Plateau in Sichuan Province, at 13,000 feet, lies Seda Monastery, the largest Tibetan Buddhist school in the world. Founded in 1980 by the teacher Jigme Phuntsok, it quickly grew to house tens of thousands of monks and nuns. From above, the valley appears covered by thousands of small, red wooden houses that climb the hillsides around golden temple roofs. Daily life follows a strict schedule of study, debate, and prayer. Stories whisper of monks achieving deep spiritual breakthroughs in this serene setting. Some say the quiet valley amplifies meditation drawing seekers worldwide. The remote location and simple buildings have helped preserve traditional Tibetan Buddhist practice in its purest form. Tiantai Mountain. In eastern China's Zhejiang province stands Tiantai Mountain, elevation 3,700 feet. This remote peak in the Kuokang Range became the birthplace of the Tiantai school of Buddhism in the late 500s, when the monk Ji Yi settled here. He combined Buddhist and Taoist ideas into a new system that later spread to Japan as the Tendai school. The mountain also holds important Taoist shrines. The main site is Bingling Temple, founded in 598, one of the oldest intact Buddhist temples in China. Visitors walk past cliffside grottos, waterfalls, and ancient tea fields still tended the traditional way. Tiantai remains a quiet center of Chinese spiritual history. Songzhou, ancient city. High in the mountains of northern Sichuan province at 90 feet lies Songzhou ancient city, today called Songpan. Built in the 600s by the Tang dynasty as a frontier fortress, it guarded the southern branch of the Silk Road known as the Tea Horse Road. Ming Dynasty engineers later strengthened its walls. The complete city wall still stands 4 miles long and up to 40 feet high. Inside, Tibetan and Han Chinese buildings sit side by side, showing centuries of trade and cultural exchange. The old gates and streets remain exactly as they were hundreds of years ago. A local legend tells of Princess Wencheng, who passed through Songzhou to marry a Tibetan king, forging peace between empires. Some say her spirit lingers in the old gates. This city was a crossroads of goods and ideas, linking Han Chinese and Tibetan cultures. Xitang Ancient Town. Just 55 miles from Shanghai in Zhejiang Province lies Xitang Ancient Town, one of China's best preserved water towns. People have lived here for over 10 years. Nine small rivers and more than 100 stone bridges divide the town into sections connected by covered walkways that keep visitors dry in any weather. White walls, black tile roofs, and wooden houses line the canals where boats still serve as everyday transportation. A local legend tells of skinny alley of 100 steps so narrow only one person can pass at a time. They say a couple found love squeezing through its twists, a tale that adds romance to Xitang's charm. Xitang keeps its Ming and Qing dynasty appearance almost unchanged and offers a clear view of traditional southern Chinese life. Great Wall. The Great Wall stretches more than 13 miles across northern China. Work first began in the 7th century BC, but most of what stands today was built during the Ming dynasty between the 1300s and 1600s. Built of stone and brick, it runs over mountains, grasslands, and deserts, reaching heights of 400-600 feet in places. Watchtowers placed every few hundred yards allowed signals to travel quickly from one end to the other. The wall protected China from northern invaders for centuries and remains the country's most recognized symbol of defense and determination. A haunting tale tells of Lady Meng Jiang, whose tears over her husband's death during construction collapsed a section of the wall. Mysteries linger about the millions who died building it, their stories buried in the stones. Daming Palace. In the city of Xi'an stands the site of the Daming Palace, the main imperial palace of the Tang dynasty from 634 to 904 AD. At its peak, the complex covered 1.2 square miles, more than 4 times the size of today's Forbidden City. Seventeen Tang emperors ruled from here during China's Golden Age, when the capital was the largest and richest city in the world. The main hall could seat thousands for official ceremonies and foreign guests. Stories swirl around Empress Wu Zetian, China's only female emperor, who ruled from here, sparking tales of intrigue and power. After destruction in the 10th century, the palace lay forgotten until modern excavations began. Today, visitors walk the original foundations and see rebuilt sections that show the scale of Tang power. Classical Gardens of Suzhou. Suzhou, often called the Venice of the East, is home to dozens of classical Chinese gardens built between the 11th and 19th centuries. The finest examples, such as the humble administrator's garden and lingering garden, were private retreats for scholars and officials. Even though most are small, careful placement of rocks, water plants, and buildings creates the feeling of vast, natural landscapes. Borrowed scenery moongates and winding paths guide visitors through ever-changing views. These gardens represent the peak of Chinese garden design and were added to the UNESCO World Heritage List in 1997. Luzhi Ancient Town. Luzhi is one of China's quietest and best preserved water towns. Its history stretches back 500 years, thriving as a market hub during the Ming and Qing dynasties. The town boasts 41 stone bridges each, with distinct designs linking narrow lanes and white-walled, black-tiled homes. Baosheng Temple, housing Tang Dynasty clay sculptures, anchors its cultural heart. You'll see locals practicing age-old crafts, keeping traditions alive. Locals say walking specific bridges in order brings luck, adding a layer of mystery. Luzhi offering a quieter, authentic glimpse into a vanished way of life. It's a living museum of history and culture. Summer Palace. Sprawling across 720 acres at 160 feet above sea level, the Summer Palace centers around Kunming Lake and Longevity Hill. Its lush gardens and calm waters blend nature with design. First built in the 12th century, Emperor Qianlong reshaped it in the 1700s. Empress Dowager Cixi rebuilt it after damage in the 1800s using vast funds. The long corridor, a 388-foot walkway, features thousands of paintings. The marble boat, a stone structure by the lake, reflects Taoist calm. Stories swirl around Cixi's lavish life and palace intrigues with whispers of hidden meanings in the garden's layout. The Summer Palace shows the Qing dynasty's blend of art and power, a place for emperors to relax and rule. It earned UNESCO World Heritage status for its design. Temple of Heaven. Can you imagine a place where emperors spoke to the heavens? Let's explore the Temple of Heaven in Beijing, a hidden gem that guards China's ancient secrets of divine rituals. Set in a 670-acre park at 150 feet above sea level, this forested complex in southern Beijing uses a rectangular layout for Earth and a circular one for heaven. Built in the early 1400s under Emperor Yongle, it hosted Ming and Qing emperors praying for harvests. The Hall of Prayer for Good Harvests, a triple-tiered circular building with a blue roof, stands out. The circular mound altar, an imperial vault of heaven, hold sacred tablets. Legends say the temple's design, with precise steps and stones, ties to cosmic numbers. The echo wall carries whispers across distances, sparking wonder. The temple reflects China's belief in a divine mandate to rule, linking emperors to the gods. It became a UNESCO World Heritage Site for its architecture. Pingyao Ancient City. Ever wanted to step into a city unchanged for centuries? Let's explore Pingyao Ancient City, a hidden gem in Shaanxi Province that holds China's ancient secrets. Sitting at 2,300 feet on a fertile plain, Pingyao's 3.7-mile-long city walls and moat create a fortress-like vibe. Founded over 2,700 years ago, it became a financial hub during the Ming and Qing dynasties. The Rishengchang Exchange Shop, China's first bank, started here, shaping the nation's economy. The grid-like streets are lined with courtyard homes, shops, and government buildings, all preserved as they were 500 years ago. Local tales speak of wealthy merchants and their secret deals with the walls, guarding stories of soldiers who stood watch. Pingyao's layout shows ancient Chinese urban planning blending commerce and community. It's a living museum of a bygone era, offering a glimpse into China's pre-modern financial world. The city earned UNESCO World Heritage status for its authenticity. Famen Temple. Picture a temple hiding a Buddha's relic for over 1,000 years. Let's explore Famen Temple in Shanxi province, a hidden gem that holds China's ancient secrets. Near Xi'an at 1,600 feet, Famen sits on flat, fertile land close to an ancient capital. Founded around 200 CE in the Eastern Han Dynasty, it became a Buddhist powerhouse during the Tang Dynasty. Emperors honored it, believing it housed Gautama Buddha's fingerbone. The modern complex features a towering pagoda and a museum with Tang-era gold and porcelain artifacts. In 1987, archaeologists uncovered the relic in a secret underground chamber, a find that shocked the world. Tales describe emperors parading the relic to bring prosperity, adding mystery to its long-hidden vault. Famen remains a key pilgrimage site, showcasing China's Buddhist heritage and Tang artistry. It's a bridge to the past, connecting faith and history. Forbidden City. Imagine a palace so vast, It was its own world, off-limits to all but emperors. Let's walk through the Forbidden City in Beijing, a hidden gem that holds China's ancient secrets. At 150 feet in the heart of Beijing, this 180-acre complex is surrounded by a 26-foot-high wall and a wide moat. Built from 1406 to 1420 under Emperor Yongle, it housed 24 Ming and Qing emperors for nearly 500 years until it opened as a museum in 1925. With over 980 buildings, the Hall of Supreme Harmony stands out, hosting coronations. Every roof tile and stone carving carries symbols of imperial power, reflecting cosmic order. Tales of court intrigues and ghostly concubines linger, with the palace's name hinting at its secretive past. Some say hidden treasures still lie within its walls. The Forbidden City was the pulse of imperial China, a place where emperors ruled and lived. It earned UNESCO World Heritage status for its massive scale and historical value. Terracotta Army. Picture thousands of life-sized warriors standing guard for an emperor's afterlife. Let's visit the Terracotta Army near Xi'an, a hidden gem that holds China's ancient secrets. At 1,400 feet in Shanxi Province, This site sits within Qin Shi Huang's vast mausoleum. Discovered in 1974 by farmers digging a well, the army dates to 210 BCE, created to protect the first emperor in eternity. Rows of pits hold over 8,000 clay soldiers, horses and chariots each, with unique faces, armor and hairstyles. The detailed craftsmanship shows the Qin dynasty's military precision and artistic skill, though the original paint has faded. Legends speak of an unopened tomb nearby, filled with mercury rivers and traps hiding secrets of Qin Shi Huang's quest for immortality. The army's scale reflects his obsession with power beyond death. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, offering a glimpse into ancient China's military and art. Fenghuang Ancient Town. Imagine a town where stilted houses teeter over a shimmering river. Let's wander. Fenghuang Ancient Town in Hunan Province, a hidden gem that guards China's ancient secrets with timeless charm. Nestled at 1,000 feet among green mountains, Fenghuang hugs the Tuojiang River, its clear waters weaving through cobblestone streets. With a history over 1,300 years, it thrived as a trade hub between Han and Miao ethnic groups during the Ming and Qing dynasties. The town's stilted houses, perched on wooden poles above the river, blend with stone bridges and narrow alleys. You'll see Miao and Tujia crafts like intricate silver jewelry and taste local dishes that carry centuries-old recipes. A legend claims Fenghuang rose like a phoenix, reborn through time. Locals share tales of Miao shamans performing rituals by the water, adding a mystical vibe. The town's name, meaning phoenix, ties to stories of renewal and fortune. Fenghuang offers a vivid snapshot of ethnic minority life, preserving traditions rarely seen elsewhere. Its architecture and culture reflect a blend of Han and minority influences, making it a living museum. Huangdi Mausoleum. Picture standing where emperors honored their mythical ancestor. Let's visit the Huangdi Mausoleum in Shanxi province, a hidden gem that holds China's ancient secrets of shared heritage. Perched at 3,280 feet on a hill in Huangling County, the mausoleum is surrounded by ancient cypress trees, some said to be planted by the Yellow Emperor himself. This serene spot has drawn reverence for over 2,000 years. Dating back to the Qin dynasty in 221 BCE, it's where emperors offered sacrifices to Huangdi, the legendary ancestor of all Han Chinese. The site features the Xuanyuan Temple, a modest hall for rituals, and a large burial mound, simple yet steeped in meaning. The cypresses add a timeless feel, tying the site to ancient traditions. Legends question whether Huangdi, a mythical figure, is truly buried here, fueling mystery about the tomb's contents. Stories claim he ascended to heaven as an immortal, leaving this site as a symbol of unity. The mausoleum represents the idea of Zhonghua Minzu, the shared Chinese identity. It's a pilgrimage spot for millions, connecting them to their roots. Mount Lu. Ever wanted to hike where poets and leaders found inspiration? Let's explore Mount Lu in Jiangxi Province, a hidden gem that holds China's ancient secrets in its misty peaks. Rising to 4,836 feet, Mount Lu's rugged cliffs, waterfalls, and lakes are often shrouded in fog, creating a serene, almost mystical landscape. Its cool climate made it a summer retreat for centuries. Since the Eastern Jin dynasty in the 4th century, it has hosted Taoist and Buddhist monasteries. The White Deer Grotto Academy, one of China's top ancient schools, drew scholars here. In the 20th century, it became a resort for foreign diplomats and a meeting spot for China's Communist Party. You'll see temples, colonial-era villas in Guling Town, and the Lushan Botanical Garden. The Tang poet Li Bai immortalized its waterfalls in verse, adding to its cultural legacy. Legends tell of hermits and immortals hiding in the mists, giving the mountain a spiritual aura. Mount Lu blends nature poetry and politics, reflecting China's layered history. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site for its beauty and heritage. Mount Huangshan. Picture hiking through clouds to a mountain that inspired centuries of art. Let's climb Mount Huangshan in Anhui Province, a hidden gem that guards China's ancient secrets. At 6,115 feet, Mount Huangshan's granite peaks pierce through seas of mist, with gnarled pines clinging to cliffs. Its unique microclimate creates frequent cloud formations, making it a surreal landscape. Named in 747 CE after the legendary Yellow Emperor, it's been a muse for poets and painters for over 1,000 years. The Huangshan School of Art captured its rugged beauty, shaping Chinese landscape painting. Trails and stone steps lead to spots like Cloud Dispelling Pavilion and Beginning to Believe Peak. Traditional guest houses blend with the terrain, offering rest for hikers. The guest greeting pine, a lone tree, welcomes visitors with its outstretched branches. Legends tell of immortals living among the peaks, with the cloud seas hinting at a celestial realm. Mount Huangshan embodies Chinese aesthetics, blending nature and art in perfect harmony. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site for its natural and cultural value. Western Qing tombs ever imagined walking through the final resting place of emperors? Let's explore the Western Qing tombs in Hebei province, a hidden gem that guards China's ancient secrets. Nestled at 1,000 feet in a forested valley, the tombs are surrounded by mountains and rivers chosen for their feng shui harmony. Built starting in the 18th century under Emperor Yongzheng, this necropolis houses 4 Qing dynasty emperors, their empresses, and consorts. Unlike the Eastern Qing tombs, this site feels quieter, less visited. Each tomb complex mimics a royal court with spirit paths lined by stone statues of animals and officials. You'll see intricate carvings, gold leaf, and lacquered details showing the dynasty's wealth. Legends swirl around Emperor Guangxu's tomb with whispers of his mysterious death by poisoning. Tales of political rivalries and personal tragedies add intrigue to the site. The tombs reflect the Qing dynasty's funeral rituals and power, offering a glimpse into imperial life. They earned UNESCO World Heritage status for their historical and architectural value. Yungang Grottoes. Imagine standing before thousands of Buddhas carved into stone, silent for centuries. Let's visit the Yungang Grottoes in Shaanxi Province, a hidden gem that holds China's ancient secrets. At 2,000 feet near Datong, these grottos stretch along a mile of cliffs by the Wuzhou River. Built in the 5th century under the Northern Wei dynasty, they marked Buddhism's spread along the Silk Road. Over 100,000 statues and 60,000 carvings filled 252 caves, from tiny figures to a 56-foot Buddha. The stonework blends Chinese and Central Asian styles with traces of paint, showing how vibrant they once were. Legends tell of emperors funding the caves to gain divine favor, while whispers suggest hidden chambers hold lost relics. The weathered statues spark questions about their creators' lives. The grottos show how Buddhism shaped Chinese art and faith, blending cultures in intricate carvings. They're a UNESCO World Heritage Site for their historical and artistic value. Wuzhen. Never wanted to drift through a town where time stands still. Let's explore Wuzhen in Zhejiang Province, a hidden gem that holds China's ancient secrets along its watery streets. Nestled at sea level in the Yangtze River Delta, Wuzhen's canals and rivers weave through stone bridges and ancient homes. Dating back 1,300 years, it thrived as a trade hub during the Ming and Qing dynasties. The town's layout, split into 6 districts, features white-walled, black-tiled buildings and wooden walkways. You'll see dye workshops and traditional theaters preserving crafts like indigo printing and shadow puppetry. A local tale speaks of merchants hiding treasures in secret canal vaults, adding mystery to Wuzhen's past. The town's bridges, like Tongji and Renji, are said to bring luck to those who cross them together. Wuzhen offers a glimpse into ancient Chinese water towns where life revolved around rivers. It's a living museum of Jiangnan culture, recognized for its preserved heritage. Mount Longhu. Ever dreamed of climbing a mountain where immortals were born? Let's explore Mount Longhu in Jiangxi province, a hidden gem that guards China's ancient secrets of Taoist mysticism. Rising to 1,300 feet along the Luxi River, Mount Longhu's red cliffs and lush forests create a serene, spiritual landscape. Known as the Dragon and Tiger Mountain, it's been a Taoist center since the Han Dynasty over 2,000 years ago. Zhang Daoling, founder of the Celestial Masters sect, meditated here, establishing it as a sacred site. The Shangqing Palace and Tianxi Mansion, with their tiled roofs and stone courtyards, anchor the mountain's heritage. You'll see caves where monks practiced alchemy and rituals etched into cliffs. Legends claim Zhang Daoling fought a dragon and tiger here, giving the mountain its name. Stories of immortals ascending to the heavens add a mystical layer. Mount Longhu represents the heart of Taoist philosophy, blending nature and spirituality. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site for its cultural and natural value. Lijiang Ancient Town. picture strolling through a town where cobblestone streets meet flowing canals. Let's explore Lijiang Ancient Town in Yunnan Province, a hidden gem that guards China's ancient secrets. Nestled at 7,874 feet in a high valley, Lijiang is framed by the Jade Dragon Snow Mountain. Its canals and bridges weave through the town like veins. Founded over 800 years ago during the Song dynasty, it became a trade hub on the Tea-Horse Road, linking China to Tibet. The Naxi people's culture shines through in wooden houses with tiled roofs and Dongba script carvings. You'll see markets and stone bridges like the Qinglong bustling with local life. Legends tell of Naxi shamans using the canals for rituals, believing they connect to spiritual realms. Some say hidden caves near the town hold ancient texts. Lijiang reflects the Naxi's harmony with nature, blending their traditions with Han influences. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site for its preserved layout and cultural depth. Bingling Temple. Ever imagined finding a Buddhist sanctuary carved into a desert cliff? Let's explore Bingling Temple in Gansu Province, a hidden gem that guards China's ancient secrets. Tucked at 5,000 feet along the Yellow River, Bingling's caves sit in a narrow canyon surrounded by stark desert cliffs. Built during the Western Qin dynasty around 420 CE, it grew as a Buddhist hub along the Silk Road. Over 183 caves hold 694 statues and 900 square feet of murals from towering Buddhas to tiny carvings. The 89-foot Maitreya Buddha, carved into the cliff, dominates the site, showing Tang Dynasty artistry with intricate details. Legends tell of monks hiding sacred texts in sealed caves to protect them from invaders. Some believe undiscovered chambers still hold relics. Bingling reflects the spread of Buddhism across China, blending Indian and Chinese styles. Its remote location preserved it, earning UNESCO World Heritage status for its art and history. Mount Wutai. Ever wanted to hike where Buddhist pilgrims sought enlightenment? Let's climb Mount Wutai in Shaanxi Province, a hidden gem that guards China's ancient secrets. At 10,033 feet, Mount Wutai's 5 flat peaks, surrounded by valleys and pine forests, create a spiritual haven. Known as the Five Terraces, it's been a Buddhist pilgrimage site since the 1st century. Emperor Zhao Wen of the Northern Wei dynasty built temples here in the 5th century, making it a center for Buddhist learning. Over 50 temples like Xiantong and Taiyuan feature wooden halls and white stupas blending Chinese and Tibetan styles. Legends say Manjusri, the bodhisattva of wisdom, appeared here riding a lion, inspiring monks to build shrines. Stories of mysterious lights on the peaks add intrigue. Mount Wutai represents the heart of Chinese Buddhism, drawing devotees for centuries. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site for its cultural and spiritual legacy. That's a wrap on our dive into China's ancient secrets. From misty mountains to forgotten palaces, these places show the heart of a 5,000-year-old civilization. Each stone carving and story connects you to a world where emperors ruled, monks meditated, and traders carved paths through history. You've seen how these hidden gems, tucked in valleys and along rivers, hold tales of faith, power, and art that shaped a nation. Now it's your turn to step into this living history. Pack your bags, walk those ancient paths, and feel the weight of centuries under your feet. 」 . 。  . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . Share your own stories, snap a photo, or chase the legends we've uncovered. Let's keep these secrets alive, hit the road, and make your adventure one for the ages. Drop your plans in the comments and inspire others to explore. Trollstigen, Norway. Trollstigen in Norway twists through mountains like a daring challenge. Its 11 sharp hairpin turns climb steep slopes, thrilling drivers with every bend. People come here to hike, climb, or just walk through the woods and feel connected to the earth. The road built with hand-laid stone showcases human grit against nature. Waterfalls crash nearby, spraying mist over travelers. Farmers shaped them by hand over hundreds of years, and they fit the hills perfectly. Only open in summer, it tests skill with narrow lanes and sudden fog. This route offers heart-pounding views of Norway's wild heart. Reynisfjara Beach, Iceland. Reynisfjara is where black sand, white waves, and hexagonal basalt rocks meet, creating one of the most surreal coastal landscapes in northern Europe. Hexagonal basalt columns rise like steps to a hidden realm. Norse legends say this shore borders the underworld, tying it to ancient spirits. Sneaker waves, sudden and fierce, keep visitors cautious. Puffins nest in cliffs, linking the beach to Iceland's wild lore. The nearby Reynisfjara sea stacks, formed by erosion, stand like petrified trolls. This haunting coast blends danger and sacred tales. Its stark beauty draws those seeking stories in stone. Silfra, Iceland. Silfra in Iceland lets you dive between two continents. The North American and Eurasian plates split here, creating a crystal-clear rift. Water filtered through lava offers visibility over 300 feet, making divers feel like they're flying. You can drink the pure water, while underwater a rare thrill. The cold current just above freezing tests even seasoned adventurers. Basalt walls frame the fissure glowing under sunlight. Only a few dive daily, preserving its untouched wonder. Locals believe the high lakes hold the souls of gods and bring blessings. It's a daring journey into a geological marvel. quiet and the views stay with you forever. Covering more than 4,000 square miles, Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia is bigger than many small countries. This giant salt flat mirrors the sky like a giant glass. Its vast salt flats create a perfect reflection after rain, blending earth and heavens. Hexagonal salt tiles form naturally, stretching endlessly in white. Ancient trade routes crossed here, leaving faint marks in the salt. You can hike the trails, take a boat out, or just sit and take it. This surreal plain feels like walking on a cloud. Its flawless mirror captivates all who stand upon it. Tianshan Grand Canyon. Mount Bromo, a 7,600-foot active stratovolcano in Indonesia's Pacific Ring of Fire, captivates with a massive crater over half a kilometer wide and 200 meters deep, spewing sulfur smoke and steam. Every 5 to 7 years, it unleashes mild eruptions of gas, ash, and rocks with rare lava flows. A vast sea of volcanic sand surrounds it, resembling a prehistoric ash desert. Locals honor its sacred status with the Yajna Kasada ritual, tossing offerings into the crater. Thousands visit yearly, but few brave the dizzying sulfur fumes at the crater's edge. Or just quiet wonder. Antelope Canyon's towering cliffs, soaring up to 120 feet, twist like flowing stone ribbons with passages so tight only one person can slip through at a time. It is a breathtaking marvel sculpted by rare torrential flash floods carved through Navajo sandstone over 190 million years old. The air smells fresh and sweet, and you can hear the leaves moving in the wind. These old terraces grow some of China's best green tea, and the picking is still done the same way it's been for generations. The name antelope comes from the time when pronghorn antelope once roamed the harsh landscape. It is often described as a gateway leading to another world. Dortahel, Turkmenistan. (14) Yungang Mountain, Zhejiang. gas well collapse in 1971 sparked flames that still rage today. Methane fuels the crater, glowing red against the desert night. Locals believe Taoist immortals once lived here and reached the gods through the mountain mist. The surrounding sand scorched black adds to its eerie look. Engineers ignited it to prevent toxic spread, creating an accidental wonder. Papagayo Beach, Spain. Old stories say an ancient tribe lived here and their spirits now protect. Some people hear whispers in the wind or see strange lights at night. Sheltered coves carved by ancient lava protect delicate marine life. Sea turtles glide near the shore, drawn to seagrass beds. The sand, typically a soft golden or pale white, contrasts with the reddish-brown volcanic cliffs above. No hotels crowd the shore, preserving its pristine ecosystem. Snorkelers explore coral patches thriving in warm currents. Papagayo's untouched beauty supports a fragile balance of sea and stone. This beach feels like a sanctuary from another world. Zhangye Danxia, China. Zhangye Danxia is known worldwide for rainbow-striped sandstone mountains formed through 24 million years of tectonic uplift. Each color band reflects different minerals like iron, copper, and calcium layered under shifting dry conditions. It's a classic Danxia landform unique to China, where sedimentary rocks bend and erode into colorful patterns over time. In local belief, the land was once sacred, and people avoided walking here after sunset, thinking spirits guarded the hills. During the dry season, strong winds lift mineral dust into the air, forming pale mist that makes the colors even sharper. The site's beauty inspired Chinese art for centuries. Valle de la Luna, Chile. Valle de la Luna in Chile's Atacama Desert looks like a moonscape on Earth. Its salt-crusted valleys, sculpted by wind, form jagged ridges and spires. Gray and red rock layers glow at sunset, creating an eerie alien palette. Dry riverbeds twist through the terrain, untouched by rain for centuries. Salt caves sparkle with crystals, catching light in hidden corners. No plants grow here, leaving a stark, lifeless beauty. The valley's silence amplifies its surreal charm. This barren expanse captures nature's raw artistry in a way few places can. Tsingy de Bemaraha, Madagascar. Tsingy de Bemaraha in Madagascar is a stone forest of sharp peaks. Limestone spires carved by acidic rain rise like blades, creating a maze-like habitat. Rare lemurs leap between pinnacles, adapted to this jagged world. Underground rivers support unique fish found only here. The name Tsingy means where one cannot walk barefoot, reflecting the terrain's challenge. Caves hide fossils of extinct species, preserving ancient life. Over 90% of the wildlife is endemic, thriving in isolation. This rugged ecosystem feels like a lost world. Rainbow Mountain, Peru. Rainbow Mountain in Peru, called Vinicunca, holds sacred colors in its slopes. Mineral stripes of red, yellow, and green paint the mountain revered by Quechua communities. Locals offer coca leaves to honor the mountain's spirit, Apu. Herders graze alpacas on sparse grasses, tying the land to tradition. Ancient trails lead to vistas once hidden by snow. Festivals celebrate the mountain's vibrant hues with music and dance. This sacred peak blends natural wonder with deep cultural roots. Its vivid bands tell stories of faith and resilience. Moeraki Boulders, New Zealand. Moeraki boulders on New Zealand's coast are nature's mysterious spheres. These round stones, formed millions of years ago, grew like pearls in ancient mud. Calcite crystals built their smooth surfaces, some spanning 7 feet wide. Waves expose them along the beach, revealing their odd perfection. Scientists study their growth rings to understand ancient seas. Erosion scatters them like giant marbles, a rare geological puzzle. Maori legends say they're gourds from a mythical canoe. Moeraki's boulders offer a glimpse into Earth's deep history. Panjin Red Beach, China. Panjin Red Beach in China glows crimson in a marshy wonderland. Suaeda salsa plants turn the wetland red each fall, thriving in salty soil. Migratory birds, like red-crowned cranes, flock here to feed on tiny shrimp. Boardwalks protect the delicate ecosystem, keeping it pristine. No other wetland boasts such vibrant color over vast stretches. The red carpet contrasts with green reeds, creating a living mosaic. This scarlet shore supports a fragile balance of plants and wildlife. Panjin's vivid hues make it a unique coastal marvel. Trolltunga, Norway. Trolltunga in Norway dares hikers to a cliffside thrill. This rock ledge juts over Ringerdalsvatnet Lake, 200-300 feet below, offering breathtaking views. Glaciers carve the steep cliffs, shaping this dramatic overlook. The 8-mile trek tests stamina with rocky paths and sharp drops. Climbers perch on the edge for iconic photos, hearts racing. Open only in summer, it draws adventurers seeking nature's challenge. Trolltunga's dizzying height and raw beauty feel like a step into legend. This bold vantage point captivates those who reach its edge. Marble Caves, Chile. Chile's marble caves shimmer like polished jewels on General Carrera Lake. Waves carved smooth marble walls over thousands of years, creating swirling blue patterns. Sunlight reflects off the water, lighting caves in turquoise and white hues. Each chamber shifts color with the day's light, never looking the same. Boats glide through narrow passages, revealing hidden grottos. The marble's glossy curves contrast with rugged cliffs outside. No human touch shaped this natural cathedral, only water and time. Mount Fuji, Japan. Mount Fuji in Japan stands as a sacred beacon of serenity. Its snow-capped peak, a perfect cone, inspires Shinto and Buddhist pilgrims. Temples dot its base where climbers pray before summiting. Annual festivals honor the mountain with lanterns and chants. Artists have painted its graceful slopes for centuries, tying it to Japan's soul. The summit crater, rarely seen, holds a quiet shrine. Cherry blossoms frame its base, in spring blending nature and spirit. Fuji's timeless presence feels like a bridge to the divine. Its cultural weight makes it more than just a mountain. Loktak Lake, India. Loktak Lake in India floats a unique world of living islands. Phumdi's floating mats of vegetation support fishers' huts and rare wildlife. Zhangye deer, found only here, dance on these grassy patches. Water hyacinths clean the lake, creating a balanced ecosystem. Fishermen paddle between islands, living off the lake's bounty. Monsoon rains swell the Phumdis, shifting their shapes daily. Loktak's floating meadows host a web of life unlike any other. Antarctica. Antarctica's icy expanse reveals Earth's ancient secrets. Ice sheets miles thick preserve climate records from millions of years ago. Scientists drill cores to study past atmospheres, aiding space research. Penguins and seals thrive in freezing waters, adapted to brutal cold. Volcanic peaks pierce the ice, hinting at hidden heat below. Research stations dot the continent, probing life's limits. Its vast silence and stark white plains feel alien. Antarctica unlocks clues to our planet's past and beyond.